Well, newer is not always better. So Google just released the latest version of Nano Banana, which is Gemini Nano Banana 2, and now this model is the default model that will be used when you create a picture in the Gemini platform. But again, newer is not always better. Sometimes the older model is actually better. For example, this is a picture that I created using the Gemini Nano Banana 2 model, whereas this one was created using the Gemini Nano Banana Pro version, which is the older model. And in my opinion, I think this one looks better than this photo. I mean, both images are great, but this one, the Pro version, looks more believable. So the question is it possible to still or keep using the older image model in Gemini? Well, the answer is yes, you can do so, but you must create the image first using the Gemini Nano Banana 2 model. So right here, as you can see, I just created this image using the Gemini Nano Banana 2 model. And by the way, it doesn't matter what variations you are using, either fast, thinking, or pro, it will automatically be using the Nano Banana 2 version. And actually, if you still remember a few weeks ago, if you select any of these settings, it will give you it will use a different model. But now it doesn't matter, it will just use the Nano Banana 2 model. But here I have the option to recreate this image again using the Pro version. So you can click this three-dot icon and then select redo with Pro. But that option is only available if you subscribe to either Google AI Pro or Google AI Ultra subscription. Otherwise, that option won't be available. If you're subscribing to the Plus variation or maybe using the free version, then unfortunately you cannot use the Pro version anymore, and that kind of makes sense because this model is very expensive to run, and I think Google has all the reasons to not using the model in the platform. There you go. So it was using Nano Banana Pro. As you can see, we got this label, and we can actually compare it with the Nano Banana 2 model. So this is Nano Banana 2 and this is a Nano Banana Pro. I think both images look great. Now, this is not the only way. You can still using the Pro variation of Gemini on Banana, because if you open Google Flow, you can still access that model. Although again, this is only available if you are using either the Pro or the Ultra AI subscription on Google. So let's say I'm going to start a new project, and then I'm going to create an image. Let me just select this, and here, as you can see, I still have the option for Nano Banana Pro, and I can choose the aspect ratio, I can choose the number of images, etc. And what's interesting here is actually will consume 0 credits on my Google Flow account, so that's quite interesting. That's one way to save credits. I'll just put the same prompt again and send the message. Now, Gemini Nano Banana Pro is slower. It's going to be always slower than Nano Banana 2. But in my opinion, in a lot of cases, the details, the realism is still way better than the new version of Nano Banana. So that's why I think it is quite understandable that some people are still prefer using this slightly older model. Now, there is another place that you can try if you want to keep using this older model, and that is Google AI Studio. You can open a new tab and search for aistudio.google.com, and you can log in with your Google account. And to use the latest or maybe the older model, you can navigate to Playground and then select the model that you want to have a chat with. So let me just select Nano Banana Pro, and as you can see here, it has a label that says paid. So obviously the model is very expensive and Google is not going to pay for everything, so you have to bring your own API key, and that means you have to pay for the API usage. Now, again, if you subscribe, actually here it doesn't matter what subscription that you have on the Gemini, it still requires you to enter your API key. But if you subscribe to either Pro or ultra subscription on Google, then you can actually claim some free credits. So you can claim between $10 all the way to $100 per month, assuming that you are still subscribed to any of these paid plans on Google. And I actually have made a video on how you can claim that. You can check it out. And after that, you can use the credits on AI Studio to create images or to create videos on this AI Studio platform. So let me just select my API key, and there you go. Now I have access to Nano Banana Pro on Google AI Studio. And here you have even more options, something that is not available in the Gemini platform. So here, as you can see, I can choose the aspect ratio quite easily. I can also choose maybe the resolution. You can generate all the way to 4K image, something that is again you cannot do in the Gemini platform. And just enter the prompt and send the message. So these are 3 platforms that do still offer the access to the older model, which is the Gemini Nano Banana Pro. But honestly, I don't know how long Google will keep this model, and also there is a good possibility that we will have the update of the Pro version. It could be the Gemini Nano Banana 2 Pro version, because we have Gemini Nano Banana 2, so it is only logical that we will eventually have Gemini Nano Banana 2 Pro variation. It's kind of mouthful to say, but basically I think we will have that model very soon. So yeah, these are some places that you can visit if you want to still use the Gemini Nano Banana Pro model and you don't want to necessarily switch to the Nano Banana 2 version. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. I wish you a great day ahead.